For years, fans of Don Knotts have cherished his legacy as one of America's most beloved comedic actors. Known best for his iconic roles as Barney Fife on The Andy Griffith Show and Ralph Furley on Three's Company, Knotts had a talent for making people laugh like few others could. Behind the humor and exaggerated expressions, however, was a man who struggled with insecurities, personal pain, and a depth that many never realized. Now, decades after his passing, and at the age of 71, his daughter, Kara Knotts, is finally opening up, confirming something that many suspected, but were hesitant to fully accept. Don Knotts, in the eyes of the public, was all smiles, nervous stutters, and slapstick timing. His comedy felt effortless, which made it easy for audiences to believe that his off-screen life was just as lighthearted. But as Karen reveals, the reality was quite different. Her father was not only deeply sensitive and introspective but also haunted by fears of inadequacy and loneliness. He suffered quietly with the pressure of maintaining a public image that didn't always match the man he was free and private. Karen has spent much of her adult life reflecting on the emotional layers of her father's character, especially after his death in 2006, while writing and performing a one-woman show about their relationship. She found herself confronting truths she hadn't fully acknowledged, including how deeply Don feared being misunderstood. She recalls moments from childhood where her father would retreat inward, overwhelmed by expectations, and fighting silently with the pressure of always having to be funny. What she has now confirmed, perhaps more clearly than ever, is that Don Knotts was a man of great complexity. Someone who used humor as both a gift and a shield. One of the most surprising things Karen shared is how difficult it was for Don to believe in his own success. Despite winning multiple Emmy Awards and enjoying a long and successful career, he often struggled with self-doubt. He worried that his physical appearance made him unsuitable for leading roles, and even after achieving stardom, he continued to wrestle with the fear that he wasn't truly respected as an actor. Many fans and even colleagues were unaware of how deeply this insecurity ran. What we all denied, or perhaps chose not to see, was the quiet pain beneath the laughter. Karen doesn't share these truths to tarnish her father's memory, but rather to honor it in a fuller, more human way. She believes that Don's strength wasn't just in making others laugh, but in continuing to perform and create while silently battling his inner demons. Now at 71, she wants people to understand that her father's greatness wasn't just in his comedic genius, but in his courage to keep going despite the weight he carried. Don Knotts made the world laugh, but behind every joke was a man who longed for acceptance, understanding, and peace. Karen's reflections allow us to appreciate him not just as a legend of comedy, but as a deeply human soul who gave everything he had to his craft even when it hurt.